How's it going? I fucking made it today, lad. I fucking paid my rent, lad. I fucking got Larry's fucking food, lad. And most importantly, I got my fucking weed, lad. Actually, I'm gonna get it right now so I can fucking show you guys. Oh. Oh, play some saves today. Singer is a fat. I don't know what that word is. I've heard the band like that. Being an emo kid, like I heard that name a lot. Like, but I never listened to them myself. So, yeah, I'd have to check out their music. But yeah, sure, I will try that, darling boy. So got some weed today, and I guess I'm getting fucking lucky. Shower. Hi, what's up, Ilya? How's it going, buddy? Ilya, the Serbian geo-wizard, Pilipovic. How's it going? So, yeah, after I paid my rent today, I had, what the fuck? You don't unlike this video? Jesus Christ, like the video. Anyways, I paid my rent today, and then I had like $60 left over, and like for 35 of that I need for Larry's food, and then like 10 of it I needed for food for me. So it's like fuck, and normally this is like at least $30, but I checked the prices, and today I got a fucking eighth of like, smells really good. The last batch was really good. Eighth of weed for $20. I did have to drive to downtown to pick it up, but fucking so what? So that was a sign from God to keep smoking weed, because I was really considering like, all right, I should probably not smoke weed. I mean, I've been considering stopping for years now, but every time I try to stop, it's like the first night is fine. I can sleep all right. But then every night after that, it gets harder and harder and harder to sleep. And then it just fucks up my days. And then I feel like shit. And then I eventually give in. I can't. The last time I tried to quit weed, I made it like 10 days or so. It was like 10 days, and it was 10 sleepless nights, and it was fucking horrible. And I don't even smoke. I smoke like two tiny little fucking socket bowls a day, and that's it. But like, that's all. Like, without it, I feel like I'm a different person. I'm probably a little bit more mentally sharp like the first few days of not smoking, but then not sleeping adds up, and then I become even duller than I would be if I was still smoking. I don't know. I wish there was a fucking something else I could do that helped me fucking sleep, but I fucking I haven't found anything that. I found other things that work, but I haven't found anything that works as well as weed, and B, without the side effects. Count sheep, dude, that doesn't freaking work. I used to try that as a kid all the time. Lifelong insomniac before I discovered weed. Like, I remember it would on average it would take me 3 to 4 hours to fall asleep every single fucking night for school and shit, even if I was dead tired. And yeah, all the way up until the time I actually started smoking weed regularly, falling asleep was a fucking nightmare. And when I quit smoking, I quit for like almost an entire year. It was like 10 months. And it was easier for me to fall asleep then, but it was still really hard. Like I only quit because me and Steph were homeless, and I didn't want, like, at the beginning of the homelessness, I did have weed on me, and I couldn't enjoy the smoking of the weed because I was always so weed was still illegal in California at the time. Um, and I was always so paranoid, like if a cop like stopped us or whatever, which happened a lot, like fucking a lot. That I didn't want to be high for it. I didn't want them to smell weed and everything. So, so I stopped smoking weed. But that was like a necessity thing, just because like every time I got high, I couldn't enjoy it because I was just so fucking paranoid. Um, but then after that, then we moved here, and then I started, and then I briefly got back on the H because I forgot marijuana existed, and then and then I got some weed to get me off the H. It was like a couple weeks of that, and then ever since then, I've been smoking weed pretty much every day with a couple breaks here and there. But each break is like, it's fucking hard, man. It's really hard to. I don't know. I've been smoking for 20 years now, so so I'm probably officially retarded. But at the same time, I genuinely like thoroughly enjoy the sleep I get when I'm the right amount of high. If you smoke too much weed, it fucks with your sleeping a lot. But if you don't smoke any weed, it really fucks with my sleeping. Thoughts on the chewy ones? Based. Good question. I mean, I don't really want. I couldn't upload my video yesterday. I kind of want to upload this video, and if I answer that question honestly, I wouldn't be able to upload this video. So a way to answer that in a nice way would be, I think your everyday chewy guys, they probably are fine. Probably have like nothing really to do with you know, the chewies that allegedly control things. You know, I think the ones that allegedly control things have sold out their own people as well. They're not just sold out the human race; they've sold out everybody. Um, so it's hard to hold the lower chewies accountable for the upper chewies indiscretions. But that being said, I grew up in Southern California, like basically no chews in my hometown, like literally none. And besides, there was one kid in our class, in our grade, that was Chewish. He was very chewy, and everybody hated him, not because he was a chew, but because he acted like a chew. And that's like my main. Um, I haven't had a whole lot of interactions with him, like face to face, like as a friend and everything. That's because of where I grew up. So I don't know, but that one guy that guy was annoying as fuck. I don't know if they're all annoying as fuck. Probably not all of them, but most people are annoying too. To be fair, he could have been anything else, and he still would have been just as annoying. It seems like when I posted yesterday songs for Chrissy J, people were waiting for him. People were like excited to see this video. Maybe it's because I hadn't streamed in 2 days. Maybe it was just the timing. People were free. Or maybe it really was the title of Chrissy J. Maybe Chrissy J is the one that brings in the numbers. But I put in songs for Thumbnailqueen, and it's not pulling the same amount of interest. I see. And it's making me wonder why I even streamed at all. But I also have, but it's like, what time is it? It's 4:38. I do my absolute fucking best to not smoke any weed at all until 7 o'clock. And so I have a little over 2 hours for that. But those last 20 minutes between 6:30 and 7, I'm gonna be doing fantasy shit anyway. So that's like, those minutes are taken care of. But this is the aspect of it I really don't like. I don't like to view myself as an addict or be an addict and have addict behavior. But I look forward to smoking weed every single fucking day, which is that's addictive behavior. I do it every day, and like I don't want to say I live for it, but I really look forward to it. It's always such a relief, the first bowl smoke of the day, and especially with new weed. I'm always so fucking stoked to try new weed. And this guy is super super fucking cool too. Not only was the eighth $20, fucking $20 for, I'm assuming, good weed based on the last batch. The last batch was fucking great. It was probably like at least 8 out of 10. Better than, I'd say better than 90% of the shit I was smoking for the past year or so was his last batch, and that was the first time I got from him. And that was $30 an eighth, which I thought $30, that's a good fucking deal if you're just buying a little amount. This was $20, and he gave me like a rewards program type thing where if I buy from him a few more times, I get a free eighth, or if I refer someone else to him, I'll get a free eighth, which is really fucking cool. So I know none of you niggas live in God damn it, dude. I try so hard. I try so hard not to say that word, and it just comes out. It wasn't a hard R, so I don't know what YouTube stance is on that. They could probably see my skin and not be happy about that shit. But it was not hard. It was GAZ, but it fucking comes out. Anyways, what was I saying? The fuck was I talking about? I was talking about weed. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So if I refer someone to him, I'll also get a free eighth, which is really cool. Because I do know, I know people who might be interested, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it. Good job, Larry. You just did a poopy. Thumbnail queen, I heard you're sick, and I hope that you get better soon, because you're the only girl for Through the Musical, allegedly. Except there was an original thumbnail queen, but she wasn't as attractive and she wasn't as cool, but she did do thumbnails honestly, and I hope you get fucking better soon. And what's up, Ilya? How's it going, man? I'm just playing songs and rambling because chat is fucking dead right now. It's so fucking dead, lad. It's fucking dead. Oh, speaking of fuck, thoughts on Paddy Pimblett A being the co-main events. I love Paddy as a. Okay, I should take that back. I love him as a fighter because he's always in exciting fights, pretty much. I mean, the Jordan Levitt fight wasn't that exciting, but that's totally Levitt's fault. And Paddy still finished him. And then as a person, he can be annoying, like a little annoying and like a little immature, but at the same time, he's got so much support. Like literally no one in MMA since Conor has had the amount of support that Paddy Pimblett has had. So I root for him to keep getting good matchups. I root for him to keep winning and keep getting finishes, because MMA needs to replace Conor somehow. Conor fucking sucks. He's terrible now. He's not going to be good when he comes back. I would bet anything, no matter, I don't want to say no matter who he faces, but very likely out of all the possible matchups that I see him potentially taking, like Chandler, Gaethje, Oliveira, Masvidal, who else? Those are probably the four main ones. Maybe Tony Ferguson, but he's lost a lot, so probably not Tony now. But literally, all those guys that I named, I would pick them to beat Conor. I would pick them to beat Conor before he broke his leg. This isn't the same Conor. This isn't fucking karate stance, fucking hand of death Conor. You know, this is boxing stance, fucking not really that smart. I mean, he's never had the best fight IQ, but like really, really bad fight IQ if you're coming into a fight with with a fucked up leg and you're using that leg to kick as hard as you possibly fucking can against Dustin Poirier, out of all people, who can eat those leg kicks all fucking day. He proved it against Gaethje. So that genuinely was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in MMA. Like, well, maybe not as stupid as Holland letting up Thompson. That's also really stupid, but I just don't see Conor winning any fights for the rest of his career unless because they're not going to give him some shitty bottom feeder. Like, you can't. You have to give Conor someone with the name value at least, and someone who could like potentially beat him. And I just, unless Conor fucking remodeled his entire life, like, and he's on roids too, which I think it hurts him so much. His gas tank issues were always a little bit inflated, I feel like. Like, he didn't have terrible cardio. It's just the fact that he's so fast twitch that he's naturally not going to have as good cardio as someone like Nate Diaz, who was the most slow twitch person fucking ever, probably ever in the UFC. Nate and Nick Diaz are like the most slow twitch guys ever. So he's obviously never going to have the cardio as those guys. But for someone who as twitchy as Conor was, like, I thought he had decent to actually pretty good level of cardio in his prime. It still was an issue because he was so twitchy. But now he's, I don't know, what, 15, 20 pounds of muscle bigger. And so that's not going to help the cardio. And I don't think that's going to help his explosiveness and speed. I think it's going to hurt that aspect of his game too. He said it himself as on the come up. You don't want to be fucking stiff and shit. And he's so fucking jacked now. There's no way when he fights, he's not going to be stiff as fuck. He's way too fucking jacked for his own style. If he had a different style, maybe it would work for him. But I don't see how being that big, and I'm sure he'll lose some weight once he gets into camp and once he has an opponent figured out and everything. But he's just, it hurt. He was one of my favorite fighters ever on the come up. I fucking loved Conor on the come up. I was a Conor fan up until he lost to Khabib. Yeah, because even before he lost to Khabib, when he tried to feed the bus a dolly, that actually happened. He tried to feed a bus a dolly. I don't know if he thought it was a cow or a horse, but he tried. And what was I say? Yeah, that moment, I still liked Conor, but I was like, dude, you're making it hard to be a fan. And then he lost, and then so many fucking things happened afterwards. It became really hard to be a Conor fan. And then he stopped fighting the way he used to fight. And then I just stopped being a Conor fan. Like, I don't give a fuck about him now, because I don't believe it's the same Conor. Like, listen to him talk. That's not the same person. It's just not the same person. Different accent, different vocal tonality, completely different level of wittiness. Conor was so fucking funny on the come up. He was so quick and so funny, and he would just roast and murder people. He doesn't have that ability anymore. He literally doesn't. Like, if you're getting murdered by Dustin Poirier in a fucking press conference, that's not a good sign. Steel shin Conor becomes triple champ. That's true. He does have a steel chin. I didn't think about that. He does have a steel shin. But isn't that steel shin just gonna, like, I'm assuming it's got to weigh a certain amount, and he's already fucking. I'm just thinking about how the fuck he even gets down to lightweight. He looks like, I'm gonna assume he's like 5'8.5". They're like a really, really short 5'9". But he looks like he's at least like 190 at that height, and but probably bigger, like probably like 195. That's a fucking tough ass weight cut, and I know he's used to tough ass weight cuts. He used to be fucking Skeletor 145, but yeah, this was a long tangent for me just saying I'm really rooting for Paddy, because we need someone to replace Conor now. He's my age. I think he's a little bit older than me, actually. So he's 34. He's definitely past his prime. I don't even think it's the same person, and we need that next Connor. And Patty is literally the only one right now. There's no one else in the UFC that has that type of following. But that being said, I don't think he should be co-main event right now. I forgot what other fights are on the card, but I remember looking at Tapology and thinking, all right, Patty should be opening the main card. I think opening the main card is a really fucking good spot to be in anyways. God, I wish I fucking knew what other fights on the card. I'm fucking blanking right now. But yeah, he's against fucking Jared Gordon too. So, yeah. Thoughts on Guru saying he beat Fury in a fight when he legit struggles to walk? Yeah, I think that's standard ogre-esque delusion from Guru. I don't know how he can. You can tell even when he says it, he doesn't truly believe it. He's just trying to be alpha or macho or whatever the fucking word you want to call it. He's trying to be like a badass, but you're not a fucking badass saying you're gonna beat Tyson Fury, who's, I don't know how much he weighed for this last fight. He looked like he was at least 320. Dude is fucking huge. Dude is fucking huge, and he's like skinny fat, but he's still got a lot of muscle on him because he's fucking 6'9". And I truly believe, hypothetically, if Guru and Fury were to have an MMA fight, I feel like Guru would shoot in on his wheelchair, and Fury would just jab him once. I genuinely think like one jab, one solid jab that connects cleanly as Guru's going in for the takedown, and I think Guru's fucking out cold. I do think that. Not that Fury has like the craziest power, but he's got decent power. He's got like an 80-pound weight advantage and a 7 inch height advantage, and fucking 15 years of combat sports advantage experience. Yeah, dude, that's easily one of the stupider things Guru's ever said. He's also said that about Deontay Wilder, which I think is even stupider, because he did say that Tyson Fury is a little clumsy and he's not super coordinated, and I agree and disagree with that statement. I could see what he's saying, like if you could possibly get him down, it could be hard for him to get back up. I could see that. So I would give Guru a 0.0001% chance of actually being able to take Fury down. But even if he was able to take him down, he wouldn't be able to do anything with it. He might be able to lay on him, but he wouldn't be able to. I don't think he'd be able to generate a bunch of damage, and he definitely wouldn't be able to submit him. But he said the same thing about Wilder, and that shit's fucking insane to me, because Wilder is like an athlete, dude. He's like one of the best athletes America has, I think, right now. I mean, he's probably past his prime. I think he's 36. But like, dude is just freaky athletic. Like it just takes like a little doink, and you're knocked out from him. And you're gonna give that motherfucker 4-ounce gloves against someone who's never been in a legitimate fight ever. In Guru, he's only been in Taekwondo fights. Those aren't fights. And he's probably done some Muay Thai sparring when he was 16 or some shit. Like, it doesn't count. Like, it doesn't really fucking count. Guru's leg atrophy is a huge challenge for him. Yes, allegedly. His legs fail him more and more every single day. Guru needs to get fucking back into shape, dude. Like, he's, for a while, like, you could see it in his traps, and his, like, he was still fat, but there was muscle under the fat for a while. But lately, he's just been accumulating more fat over the muscle. And it's like, it's not, when you're fat, I feel like if you're either a girl or B, you're a fat guy, all you need to do to get in shape is do cardio and eat right. That's literally all you have to fucking do. You don't need to fucking bust your ass strength training. And like when I work out, it's way different. Like, I'm trying to build muscle, so it's legitimately so much harder for me to fucking do it. than for Guru just to lose a little bit of weight. So I'm always like slightly, I don't know if jealous is the right word, but I'm envious of how fucking easy it is for girls and fat guys to make themselves look better. Because you just do a little bit of cardio, a little bit of high intensity interval training to fucking speed up your metabolism and like burn up a bunch of fat, but nothing too crazy. And like in a few months, you're gonna look good. Yeah, it's crazy that they don't fucking do it. Fucking crazy. Helenia's fight was WWE though, probably. I mean, if it was fixed, I'm not saying for sure it was. I don't like to say things are for sure or not. Like whenever I watch things, I always watch it with the idea like this could be fixed, this could not be fixed. Like I don't ever say unless I'm 100% positive that something is fixed. Like Nate, Tony, that was 100%. That's 100%er, 1000%er. That was fixed. I don't like to say, but the Deontay Wilder fight. If that was fixed, he didn't know it was fixed for sure. The way he celebrated it and everything after that, he did not know it was fixed. Helenius definitely could have taken a dive though. I could see that. Guru also, what's up, Washington? How's it going, buddy? Guru also said he's only been in group fights. Like even their fights are socialist over there. Has he? I don't remember him saying that group fight. Oh, like what? Like fucking hooligan shit. He didn't like grow up watching soccer though. So like I can't imagine Guru with like 5 of his friends. First off, he probably didn't have 5 friends, but like 5 of his friends like taking on, like 6 other fucking assuming different colored skin British people. I don't really know. It's hard for me to fucking imagine that shit. I don't believe Guru's ever been in an actual fight ever. I feel like he's been in Taekwondo like tournaments. And the success he had there, who fucking knows? I'm gonna guess middle of the road at best. And then with his Muay Thai and stuff, he said he just trained it for a while. He probably was just hitting the bags. He probably didn't spar very much, if at all, I would imagine. Literally eat normally and go for walks. It's just, seriously, like it's not fucking hard. It's not hard to lose fat. It's so fucking easy. Just say eat normally or just don't eat for a while or, just do intermittent fasting. That works for so many people. I would do it if it didn't make me lose so much fucking weight. I would do that too. I would only eat for like 6 to 8 hours of the day and then not eat for 16 because you do feel great when you do that. I'll do it occasionally, like if it's like holiday time or whatever, and I'm just destroying my stomach on holiday food, then I will go maybe like 16, 18 hours without food to let it fucking digest. But yeah, if you're fat, like that fat on you is literally just stored up energy. It's stored up food. It means you don't have to eat for a while and you're going to be fucking okay. And it's not like people talk about the addictiveness of food and like MSG and shit. And like, yes, food is addictive. Sugar is 100% addictive, but it's nowhere near as addictive as an actual fucking mind-altering substance. You know what I mean? Like nowhere fucking close. And I hate when fat people try to make that comparison. Like, you don't know what it's like. I fucking have to. Like, fuck you, dude. I was fucking on opiates for like 13 years. Like, I know what it's like times 10. Fucking times 1,000 even. And I was able to fucking knock off the bullshit. Guru, you don't know the reality of violence. Yeah. I think, I think what Jerusalem needs to do is we need to find another MMA YouTuber. Probably in the UK, just because, logistically speaking, it'd be easier. But like a UK based or at least European based MMA, doesn't even have to be MMA YouTuber. It could just be any YouTuber, anyone with any like similar level of notoriety that would be willing to fight Guru, either an MMA match or a kickboxing match or a boxing match, any of them. We need to find someone who 100% isn't near the same weight class and wants to fight him. That's what we need, because I want to fucking see that so bad. And he says he wouldn't for like I think I forgot what he said. He said he wouldn't do it for 10,000, or I think it all depends on who the opponent is. But we need to find someone that will challenge him, and we just do like a Mimi thing, where we just troll him saying he's scared until he actually accepts the fight. He wouldn't fight him. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't think he actually would fight anyone either. But I want to find someone who genuinely wants to fight him, to see how he would react to the challenge of a fight. He'd probably just say, "No, I'm not getting CTE for that amount of money." But it's like, you don't get CTE from one boxing match, from one celebrity boxing match. You know what I mean? Like, you might get maybe a little, but like, come on, CTE. It's over time. You know, NFL players, they get it over time. MMA, boxing, you get it over time because you take thousands and thousands of headshots. You don't get it from a one-off. You know, even if you get knocked fucking stiff, you probably aren't going to have too many issues in the long run if it's just a one-time thing. So I think that's a built-in excuse for him. I'm just trying to think of who would challenge him, like who has like a similar martial arts background. I believe Mimi would beat him. I believe Mimi knows. I think Mimi is either a friend of Guru, or a family member of Guru, or something along those lines. I've thought that for a very long time. Alleged, and let's say Mimi is his brother. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I don't know. I suspect it is. Like, I'd say it's like a 50% chance of that. But if it is, then Mimi has already beat the shit out of him many, many, many times with a cricket bat. So, yeah, but I'm pretty sure Mimi knows Guru. But who am I going to fight? Am I going to fight Nubby? I don't think that would be a fair matchup. But I'm just throwing it out there. I would fight Nubby for sure, 100%. Because unlike Guru, I have no issues whatsoever saying I'm not taking a fight I don't know I can win. You know what I mean? It might not be like I'm not going up. I'm not going to challenge Tyson Fury. I'm not going to say I can beat Tyson Fury in an MMA match. I'm not going to say I can beat Floyd Mayweather in a MMA match, because I fucking can't. I'm not retarded. But do you think Antarctica is real? Yes, 100%. Fucking what's his name? Alex Honnold. He walked across it, dude. Like there's a whole documentary of him watching. Was watching a video of a travel vlogger who went there, and so much stuff seems sus. Like, he bought a coat in Chile before he left. Okay, and everyone on the boat has the same coat in their lockers. So, how is that sus? How does that prove that Antarctica is real? I think that just proves that Chile's like probably a communist country or something, or socialist country, something like that. Are you trolling, Rigo? It's hard to tell. Like, how does that prove Antarctica is not real? Okay, so full disclosure, obviously, I've never been to Antarctica, but I know how fucking the world works. I know how planes work. I know how airports work. I know how, like, I know if the world was flat, Anchorage wouldn't be a very popular fucking airport. But the world isn't flat. That's why Anchorage is a super popular airport. Um, and like, there's no way to get around that. They wouldn't use Anchorage as like a massive, massive hub to as like a stopover if the world was flat. Like it just wouldn't fucking make sense at all. Like it literally would be impossible, literally fucking impossible to like if you're like flying from Norway or something, you wouldn't go first to Anchorage and then end up in Seattle or end up in Japan or some shit. That wouldn't fucking happen, literally ever. But it happens all the fucking time. So that right there is like any of your flat Earth bullshit. Like prove me wrong with that, please. No, people were from all over on the boat. Why would they all buy the same coats? Antarctica is real, but normal people can't get there, I think. Well, it's hard to fucking get there. I know that. Like the entire like southern part of the globe, it's mostly water. 90% of the population lives in the northern hemisphere. I know you didn't bring up flat Earth, Rigo, but you said, is Antarctica real? Like that implies flat Earth pretty much. At least all the flat earthers, they're always like, Antarctica is just an ice wall or whatever. But yeah, so you said, but people were all over from the boat, but you said the guy bought a coat in Chile before he left. How do you know the other people didn't buy a coat in Chile before they left? You know, it's gonna be chilly in Antarctica. There's my shitty pun for the day. Can't believe Guru banned you. Wait, did Guru? Oh, I do remember. That was like a few days ago, right, Cutler? It was like 4 days ago, I want to say. I haven't been nearly as active in Guru's stuff lately. Hey, I've been trying to go to sleep a little bit earlier, so when he's late and shit, like I miss his late streams. Like the stream, you mongs, please. And his streams have been so fucking low T lately. He had one good one a few days ago. I don't remember what day it was, but I want to say it was before the UFC card, I think. But he had one good. I mean, I think it was Thursday. I think it was last Thursday. Was an actual like legitimately decent stream. Like it reminded me a little bit of the old days. And then the next day the day before was fucking terrible. And then the next day after that was like even worse somehow. And I fucking put him on 2x too. I try to condense Guru as much as possible because the laughs per minute and the entertainment value per minute, it used to be so great where you didn't have to do that. But now it's so shitty that even on 2x, it's still unbearable sometimes. And I know it's just because he just hates doing it and he feels obligated to do that. I get that. Feeling obligated to do anything is fucking terrible. I don't know what it is in the human brain that as soon as you're obligated to do something, like it makes whatever it is that you're doing like 10 times worse, even if you do thoroughly enjoy it. So I 100% get that. Omar People's bullying stream was good. Yeah, that was the stream I was talking about, where Omar donated $10 to ban, so Guru would ban the fake Omar Peoples. And Guru just ignored. He's like, well, how do I know you're not the fake Omar Peoples? Which is fucking hysterical because like 2 minutes later, he read a donation, not a donation, just a regular message from the fake Omar Peoples saying something about living in a zoo. So very fucking obviously that's the fake Omar Peoples. But he still didn't ban him, which I thought was fucking awesome. Like that added to the Omar Peoples always taking an L. The mystique around Omar Peoples is that no matter where he is, what he's doing, whether IRL or online, he's always taking an L of some sort. And that proved it. It was fucking hysterical. It was one of my favorite moments in a while for Guru. He banned me. Oh, here you go. Hi. Do you guys want to see Larry? You guys want to see Mr. Larry Bear? Say hi, little guy. Say hi, little Buster. But he banned you for donating over and over again, saying how superior black men were. That's just fucking. That's so clearly a troll. You know what I mean? Like that's so. That's what he. I remember hearing him say he banned you, but yeah, I didn't know exactly what he banned you for. That's crazy, dude. That's really unlike Guru. Generally allows a lot of shit in his chat. That's one of the things I like about Guru is you can call him pretty much whatever you want and get away with it. I gotta open this for Barry. Okay, buddy. There you go. Enjoy. What was I saying? Larry? Oh yeah, he allows you to shit on him pretty much relentlessly. But yeah, that's crazy. He banned you for that shit. But maybe it's because he knows that black men are superior to white men. He just knows. Cutler, you're right. Where's my fucking shit, lad? So are you guys excited for UFC 282? Because I kind of am. I think the card after might be better. And this last card might be better too. He legit couldn't handle it. Almost like he believed you. Yeah, it definitely struck a chord in him if he banned you. I'm just gonna be fucking randomly playing. Yeah, it's random shit. Saying that word, man. Anyone can name. If anyone can name that song, I will do whatever you want, within reason. I doubt you can name that song though. It's not a single, and the band is relatively like you've heard of the band before, and you've definitely heard the band before. But they didn't have a whole lot of like really popular songs. They had like one really popular song, or maybe two or three really popular songs, and the rest like semi-popular. But yeah, if you can name that song, I would be impressed. Nickelback. I don't know what Scorpions is, Ilya. It's not Scorpions though. It's an indie rock band from the 90s and 2000s, and they're still going. They've been around a very, very long time. Yeah, I don't listen to Nickelback, Ilya. I don't know if it's the same in Russia, but in America, Nickelback is they're the punchline. They're the classic punchline for any bad butt rock type joke. It's always Nickelback. That or Creed, I guess. But Creed actually, I don't know if I said this in chat or if I said this to someone else recently, but the lead singer, Scott Stapp, his voice is fucking stupid. Like, he could have a good voice, but he sings in that stupid fake Pearl Jam voice, the Eddie Vedder, but like he does it even more so. Like that type. But the music itself, like his voice and the lyrics are beyond trash, and they're hilarious to make fun of. And I do recommend just YouTubing all the Creed parodies. There's literally dozens, if not hundreds, of Creed parodies from big time people and from like really, really small channels as well. And the majority of them are fucking hysterical. The vast majority of them are really good. But the music itself, the actual guitar work in the band is fucking really fucking good. So it's a band that they're terrible and shitty, and I listen to ironically, but I also at the same time I do like the actual music. Guru banned you years ago. Aren't you? Well, you says MMA Guru, who's a Guru banned himself. Oasis, Pixies, Radiohead, no. It's none of those three. Radiohead is getting a little bit close. It's a little bit close. Dancing. I don't know Dancing in the Dark. I've never heard of it. And Born in the USA. I'm not a big Bruce Springsteen guy. Weezer is also in the same ballpark, but not quite. Weezer is like, I would say, like pure alt rock. This band is like, it's alt indie, but it's a lot of jam elements, and yeah, I'd say a lot of jam elements and like some like folky elements as well to some of their songs. This specific song, I'll give another hint. This specific song, it was on their 1997 album. So it's older than most of you motherfuckers watching this. Maybe I could play another song from the album. That's another song. That riff goes for like the majority of it. Blur, not Blur, American band. Blur is from the UK, I believe. What is up? One Upon a Guan musical. How is it going? Would I ever take steroids and become jacked? Highly doubtful, just because of the upkeep. And also, my body reacts to not pavement. Very much in the ballpark of pavement, though. Very much in the ballpark of pavement. A little more mainstream than pavement, but you're on the right track. Like of course I do want to get jacked. Like I would like to get more jacked and shit, but the cost and the amount of upkeep I feel like it would take for me to pack on that weight and then keep on that weight, I would only do it like if I had the extra time and money and I really wanted to, and even then like it would be to it would I wouldn't be fucking getting as big as Connor and shit. You know what I mean? Like maybe I would do one cycle or some shit. Like I had friends in high school that were on the football team and wrestling team they would do like one or two cycles and swear it's like they're 30 pounds bigger. All of a sudden it's like, and it just seemed like a lot of fucking work. And also just because I know the way my body react, like I would have some nasty side effects from that shit. I know that one in particular, and I don't really want to deal with that shit. Um, so, yeah, I don't. Will I take TRT when I'm old? Um, I've thought about it. Like, I don't think my testosterone levels have dropped at all. Like they say, they drop like 1% every year after you turn 30. I don't think that's the case with me. I haven't noticed any difference at all in my testosterone whatsoever. It feels exactly the same as it did 5 years ago. Definitely way bigger than it was 10 years ago. Because I was on drugs and shit. I'm getting quite concerned about how fat I am getting. Any tips? What are you talking? Musical, you're not fat, dude. You're not even remotely fat. The fact that you're concerned about how fat you're getting and Guru isn't concerned about how fat he's getting, like that tells a lot. But here's a tip I would like if you want an easy way to lose weight, but you don't want to change your diet, like you want to eat the same shit and you want to keep doing the same shit. I would say I already talked about this earlier on stream a little bit, but there's what's it called? Intermittent fasting, which is eating in like a 6 to 8 hour window, or basically 8 hours or less. It can just be one meal a day, but eating everything that you eat in a day in an 8 hour window. But what also this is what I do. I don't do that just because like I would lose too much weight. But what I do a lot of times it's called circadian eating. And it's based on the science that the enzymes in our stomach, they work on a 12-hour cycle. So what you want to do for most days, it doesn't have to be every day, but most days what you want to do, and this goes with anything you're consuming, including cigarettes. So you would have to figure that shit out a little bit. Everything you consume, whether it's weed, cigarettes, fucking even toothpaste, like everything besides water, you want it within a 12-hour period, and you want to give your body at least 12 hours of absolute, like in the wintertime, I like to do just completely nothing, no water, no nothing, and just give your body 12 hours to just digest and process fucking everything. If you do that consistently, like 5 days a week, you will lose weight. You will shit more for sure, and you will lose weight. Like that's a guarantee. It's a fucking guarantee. Unless you're like MMA Joe, unless you're like eating 1,000 hot dogs in that 12-hour period, and then you might not. But musical, I know you're not doing that. Bro, I'll do a belly reveal. You will be surprised. Is thumbnail commenting on your belly, musical? I know you. Okay, musical. I know you said I've heard you say that you eat once every 24 hours, but you smoke probably more. Like you have to not smoke as well for 12 hours. It has like I said, everything you consume. It's not just food. It's weed, cigarettes, like even brushing your teeth. Like you don't want fucking anything in your system at all for 12 hours. That's the. I like to smoke. Well, you can smoke in that 12-hour phase. Like you can smoke as much as you want in those 12 hours that you are eating, that you are allowed. But you asked me for the tip, dude. You asked me for the tip, and I'm giving it to you. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I don't care. But I'm telling you the tip, and it will work. Just don't consume anything for 12 hours a day. 8 of those will be sleeping, so that's not that hard. And basically, like when you wake up, just don't. Just like the last 2 hours before you go to bed and the first 2 hours when you wake up, don't consume anything. Don't brush your teeth. Don't smoke a cigarette. Don't do anything besides drink water and even try to minimize the water. In the summer, you need to drink water, but in the wintertime, like you really don't need to. That to me, I think Thank you, Larry. Thank you for knocking everything over. To me, that's the easiest tip. But also, another tip would be high intensity interval training. Like if you have access to a gym or what's it called, an elliptical machine, do 8 sets. Basically, you're gonna do a warm up. It's like a light warm up, and then you're gonna go max for 30 seconds. So you're gonna put the resistance on as high as you can while still being able to do it, and you're just going full blast, fucking full blast for 30 seconds. And then at the end of that 30 seconds, you put the resistance back down to 0, and then you're doing like you're resting, but you're still on the elliptical, but it's like active recovery for 90 seconds. And basically you go 30 on, 90 off, 30 on, 90 off. And you try to, the first time you literally won't be able to do it 8 times. It's like you will be dead after 3 to 5 for sure. But you just do that once or twice a week. And that is really, really good for a building muscle. I haven't done it in years. I haven't done any elliptical shit or anything like that in years. Actually, when I was at my most jacked, I was doing that quite a bit. When you're whatever, I don't know what the science is, I forgot, but I know when your body, like at those specific intervals, every 2 minutes, you're going 30 seconds as hard as you fucking can. And it doesn't have to be an elliptical. It could be a bicycle, or it could be just sprints outside. But I find it's a lot easier with the elliptical, and the elliptical is full body too. So I personally like it with the elliptical the best. But if you just do that once or twice a week, you will see huge improvements in your physique, both improving your muscle, like your muscle tone and your muscle mass, and losing weight at the same time. So eat 4 hours before sleep. So easy, dude. I can't do that, Alia, because I smoke weed before bed. So like the way I do my circadian eating is like I wake up, and then usually Larry's on me or whatever, and like however long he's on me, that's however long he's on me. And then I meditate for like, it depends on how much time in the day, but usually it's like I'm hanging out with Larry first thing in the morning, and then I'm meditating, and then it takes me a while to like make a smoothie. So I don't even get food in my stomach until like 3 or 4 hours into the day, and that's how I do it. But the problem is once I eat, I just want to sleep. True. I don't eat 2 hours before bed after. I never ever drink water, only tea. Dude, that is so crazy to me, musical. Like, and I'm guessing it's all caffeinated tea. Like your body just is like nonstop caffeine and nicotine fucking pouring through it. Like that's not healthy. I know that much. I don't know. I can't say because I don't have any experience in it. Like I can't say like if you cut out some tea or cut out all of it and just start drinking water, I don't know what that effect would have on you. Even you would definitely be able to sleep better. I know that. But I don't know what effect it would have on your weight loss journey. I'd love to try that, but can't afford the gym, and my knees are probably too fucked to run. I feel you, dude. I feel you. Don't think any other tip. Don't eat sweets. Eat less carbs. That's another very easy thing, or maybe not easy, but very simple thing you can do is just take note. Maybe for like the next couple of days, just actually take note of how much carbs you're eating in a day. I know you said you eat 1 meal a day, so it won't even be that hard. It's probably a carb heavy meal, I would imagine, if you're only eating 1 meal a day. But just try to reduce the amount of carbs. Like take note for a few days, and just try to reduce that by a little bit. Like don't go crazy, but just like a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more until you get to a point where you're still feeling good. I've tried going keto before, and it's, for someone as skinny as me, it's not sustainable. But if you want to lose weight really quickly, keto, like the pounds just fucking melt off you. It's crazy how fast they go off you. But keto's such a fucking bitch. Like you can't eat all the good shit, you know? Like you can't eat fucking I love fucking ice. Oh, they didn't have my ice cream today, man. Which I was sad about, but then again, like I have like maybe $10 in the bank account. So it's probably a good thing that I can like go like get some chicken tomorrow. um, hopefully I get paid again soon. But yeah, fuck inflation, dude. Fuck inflation. I would have no money issues ever if money was just the way it was 5 years ago. I mean, prices and everything. Like I'd be totally fine, totally fucking fine. But everything's like way fucking higher. My rent's 50% higher than it was 5 years ago. That's an insane amount. Guru the musical, go swimming, great for cardio. Wrong, MMA guru. Swimming is not cardio, because when you're swimming, your body is like this. You're not running, your body's like this. And because your body's like this, it's way fucking easier to pump blood in your heart. To pump blood from your heart to your extremities and shit, because it's not fighting gravity. Like gravity's working with you instead of against you normally. So swimming is bad for cardio, terrible for cardio. It literally doesn't get your heart up to get to the point where it could even be considered cardio, maybe unless you're sprinting, like absolutely sprinting. But it's still great for losing weight. Definitely great for losing weight still, because it's full body, low impact. Yeah, I would recommend swimming for sure. Caffeine for the win. Oh, dude, caffeine for the loss, dude. I have a Monster in my fridge I bought months ago because it's called a Ripper, and an old friend of mine, he used to drink Ripper, like 2 or 3 Rippers a day. I think one can of Ripper has like 175 milligrams of caffeine or something crazy, and he used to drink 2 or 3 of those a day. And the flavor of it is so fucking good, so fucking delicious, that I bought it. Basically, I buy it mostly just to take a picture and send it to him. But also I bought it because I missed the flavor. And it's been sitting in my fridge for months, and I can't even bring myself to crack it open because I know I'm going to feel like shit if I drink it. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll just do what Stephanie did, because she believe me, she would like chew candy or eat something bad for her, and then she would spit it out and like chew it to spit it out, chew it to spit it out. And I thought, okay, I'll just swish around the Monster in my mouth and I'll spit it out. And I can't even bring myself to do that. So that's how much I fucking hate caffeine. But I could do sea swimming. Dude, sea swimming, okay, musical. The cold exposure, the sea in Brighton in the English Channel, it's not going to be cold enough for what you need. But there's got to be a lake, an inland lake nearby you somewhere where you can do a cold plunge. You don't even have to do swimming. Just a couple times a week doing cold plunges. One of the main benefits of it is that it increases the brown fat in your system. And that might sound bad, but that's actually really good. What brown fat does is it's never visible. You can never see brown fat. It's mostly, I believe, in your traps. I think it's mostly centered in like your traps and like maybe your triceps or something. But basically, the more brown fat you have in your body, the more efficiently your body burns white fat, which is the visible fat. It makes it more of a furnace for burning that shit. So the more cold exposure you do, like I would suggest like stop wearing jackets and shit if you can, or always dress cooler than what you normally do. Like expose yourself to the elements, like be cold, literally just be cold for a little bit. People are afraid of being cold because they're fucking pussies, but it's not going to do anything to you besides make you stronger and like make you leaner. But yeah, I do daily cold exposure because I dress like this no matter what. So even when I'm not plunging myself, sorry about that, my phone cut out. It was like, yeah, about 9 degrees Celsius today, and that's like warm for winter for Cleveland. It was like pretty damn warm. But still, like everyone else is bundled up, but to me, like just going out in my tank top, it felt so fucking warm. Because I'm so used to doing this in like 30 degree weather, like negative Celsius and shit. And plunging myself. And yeah, so that's another thing you can do is like cold water swimming, or just cold showers as well. Basically expose yourself to the cold as much as fucking possible. Get your brown fat levels up in your body, and the fat will come off you for sure. Like that will help 100%. Um, let's see. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of shit. I need to turn into the broccoli bastard. Yeah. You are the one who brocks, dude. You are definitely the one who brocks. Um, Kind of cold, but if you have access to warmth shortly after sea swimming, you genuinely don't need access to warmth afterwards. I mean, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you could take a warm shower afterwards. But these last 2 days, I've been experimenting with coming home and not going in the warm shower right away. But like 3 days ago, I tried drinking tea, and it didn't really help that much. And then yesterday, the sun was completely out, like which is a rare, really rare for Cleveland in the winter. But there was no clouds in the sky, so so after the lake plunge, I came home and I just was fucking laying in the sun, and that actually was pretty fucking nice. But you don't need a warm shower afterwards. It's nice to fucking have. Um, like if you just do a little bit of exercise, like you'll fucking warm back up. Hot doggy, what's up, MMA Joey? Hot doggy, hot diggity doggy. Damn, I never touch an energy drink though, dude. Energy drinks are the fucking worst. Yeah, Monster Energies make my heart palpate. Me too, man. Even just like if I just drank like 1 cup of coffee, my heart would be going crazy. Or even like a cup of caffeinated tea, like that can do that. MMA Joey, any fitness advice for chat? Seriously. What do I hate about caffeine? Fucking everything. Fucking, it makes me sweaty. It makes me anxious. It makes me jittery. It fucks up my heart. My heart goes fucking crazy like this shit. It brings back like flashbacks to like way harder stimulants I used to do back in the day. And yeah, what I realized after my crazy meth binge, I realized that my body was never able to handle stimulants. I would just do them anyways. And then when I stopped doing them for a long time, I noticed how much better I feel and how much you don't fucking need them to be a human at all. Like you don't need caffeine to be alive. Yeah, like the most amount of caffeine I could drink now and be okay is probably like 20 to 30 milligrams. And I would feel that, and I'd probably like want to get shit done, but I wouldn't have too many of the negative side effects. But anything over that, and I get jittery and sweaty and shit, and like for me, being sweaty is the worst. I'm a sweaty. My body and my brain runs at such a high processing power that like I'm just a natural sweater. So I don't need anything that's gonna make me even more disgusting. You know what I mean? No, you mad? The sea here is mega freezing. No, it's not. Okay, good, musical. I looked it up. The coldest the English Channel ever gets is like 48 degrees, which that's like January levels. That's January levels, and 48 degrees it's gonna feel really fucking cold, but it's not really cold enough for like you can go swimming it and shit, and yeah, it's gonna feel fucking freezing and shit. But it's not cold enough for what you need. Like what you're looking for is a body of water that's 42 degrees or under. That's what you want. That's when you get like 42 degrees is ideal, because anything under 42 degrees, you're not going to get more benefits. But anything above 42 degrees, you're going to get less and less benefits. And I would say after 45 degrees, there's basically no fucking point in even doing it. You're not going to get like hardly any of the benefits. But at 42 degrees, that's like a perfect middle ground where it's like, because this lake has been so fucking cold the last few days, so like, iced over and shit. It's been in the 30s for sure, like the mid 30s. And when it's in the mid 30s, like my extremities, they get really numb and they start hurting like a lot. And it's like it's pain for no reason. But and when it gets in the 30s too, it makes my balls crawl up my ass. And then sometimes when I get out of the lake and then I sit down in the car, like I'll sit down on my balls, which will push it up in my ass, and it's like the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. But yeah, I'm telling you, English Channel is not cold enough for the type of shit that I'm talking about. I guarantee you, there's a body of water somewhere, or maybe if you have a hose, in like a big tub, like on the side of your house or something, you can just pour water into like a big thing you can lay in and just have it out. Because I'm guessing the weather right now in Brighton is like, it's probably cold. I don't know for sure. I haven't checked it, but I'm guessing it's cold enough where like if you just leave a tub of water out by the side of your house for a few days or a day or something, like it will probably be cold enough for you to do a plunge like that. Like if there isn't a nearby lake. MMA Guru, yes, I'm a fitness app. Yes, we all know this. Poo-poo fat? Poo-poo fat? What poo-poo fat? To lose weight, you have to go into ketosis. Ketosis is when your body burns fat into the carbs. That's why I only eat hot dogs. Yes, if you add mayonnaise, it strengthens the ketosis. MMA Joey knows what he's talking about. Hey, what's up? What's up, Adney Kalvik? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going, my new Norwegian, I'm assuming brother, but potentially sister? I'm 5'2", 350 pounds, and it's all muscle. Dude, MMA Joey's a fucking tank, dude. He's like a more hot doggy Volkanovski. Adney, are you from Jerusalem? You found the A with the circle on your keyboard? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Thoughts on Deshaun Watson in his return to the Browns? Fuck yeah, it's fucking about time. So I haven't watched any NFL all season. This is the first season since living here. This is the 6th NFL season since living here. My first one not watching because last year I realized it was all rigged and scripted down to the fucking play. Like each individual play is all scripted. But when the Deshaun Watson shit happened a few years ago, you know, he was at Houston. Like I personally was never like a huge Deshaun Watson fan. He seemed like a really good quarterback and he seemed like a good guy, but like I never got into him that much. Like nothing personal. It's just like he played for the Texans. I just don't give a shit about the Texans. But when I heard that shit happen, my gut instinct was so loud. That's 100% bullshit. He did nothing wrong, and he didn't. Like they've basically proven he's done nothing wrong at all. He got a couple hand jobs after getting a massage. That's fucking standard. You know what I mean? That's fucking standard. But he's Deshaun Watson. He can get pussy whenever he wants. You know, like he wasn't raping anyone. I know that. So thoughts on his return to the Browns? It's about fucking time. He should have returned 11 games ago. He should not be suspended for something that he's legally not getting punished for anything because he didn't do anything wrong. And my gut told me he didn't do anything wrong. And this is before I was even invested in it, way before it was even mentioned that he might be a Brown. And I've never been a fan of his anyway, so there's no reason for me to just automatically assume innocence from him. So I'm pumped about it. We got a win against, I forgot who. I totally forgot who. We played was it Tampa? No, Tampa Bay plays today. Who the fuck did we play? Who the fuck Houston. Yeah. Another rigged thing. Like, of course they're going to have Deshaun Watson come back to Houston as his first game. That's such a fucking classic NFL move. That's why his suspension was 11 games and not 12, you know? Because typically they'll do like 2 game, 4 game, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Like that's generally what they do, and then like whole season. But they pick 11 games this season, kind of strict. And then you look at the 12th game. Oh, okay, we're playing in Houston. That makes a whole lot of fucking sense. NFL just fucking works this way. So I mean, I'm like, if we played Houston week 7, it probably would have been a 6-game suspension. You should join the Discord. Yes, join the Discord. Thing is, I don't drive. The beach is a 5-minute jog away, and it gets into the minus Celsius here, so I'm sure it's better than nothing. Yes, but it's the English Channel. It's the Pacific Ocean. You know, it's just a little fucking inlet of the Pacific Ocean, but it's still the ocean. And because it's an ocean, the ocean never gets that cold at your latitude. You got to go higher up to get to the point where like it's beneficial, but still fucking do it. Like. Still fucking do it. But I'm telling you, the water, water's going to freeze outside here. It's just started to get into the minus. All right. All right, dude, if it's cold enough, like you have a thermometer or something and check it. Yeah, dude, go. And even if it's not, even if it's in like the low 50s and shit, you're not going to get 100% of the benefits, but it's still a really good thing to do. You know, it's still good to expose yourself to the elements. especially if you want to lose weight. Come to Norway. Here we go ice bathing when it's 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh yeah, dude, same here. Same here, man. Actually, the coldest I ever did, I think it was like, I want to say it was like 12 degrees Fahrenheit or something. I think that's the coldest I've ever done. But like, I'll do it at any temperature. I don't give a shit. Like, I will do it. Gematria runs the simulation. I don't. Jewish Kabbalah is real magic. Yes. What's up, Loquacious? How's it going, man? See, I don't. It's like I could see like the code in the gematria running the simulation, as you say, MMA Joey. But my theory is that it doesn't run the simulation. I think it's because there's other things involved when it comes to rigging of shit, and it's not always numbers based. A lot of it is current events based, and a lot of it is historic based. Like if something happened on a certain date 10 years ago or 5 years, like certain round numbers, and like the same thing's happening again, that almost always has an effect. It's more than just gematria, but it's a part of it. Like it's definitely a part of it. Yeah, what's up, Loquacious? Oh, hey, you see little air bears? A little butt. Yeah. Thank you. He's a sweet kitty. I feel like Loquacious hooked up with Lisa Riley. Yeah, that's where he was. He was fucking Lisa Riley all day. What the fuck? Look what I just toyed. I'm guessing that's a typed. Look what I typed. Okay. Lisa Riley is either Chemp or Polidori. Yeah, Lisa Riley's Polidori, dude. Like that's very obvious. I also agree. Ray Rice did nothing wrong. Yeah, Ray Rice did nothing wrong. Kareem Hunt, dude. Rigo, I'm sure you've seen the video. Ironically, it was Kareem Hunt was a Kansas City Chief when it happened, but it was in Cleveland where Kareem Hunt gave the biggest Kareem punt to that bitch. The craziest punt. Like, I always say Kareem Hunt is the best backup running back in the league, and he's the best backup punter in the league because he nailed that bitch. And the first thing I thought of when I saw that video was, what the fuck did she do? What the fuck did she say or do to him to make him go that crazy? Larry, don't do that, please. Thank you. Because she was not innocent in that. I'm not saying she deserved to get fucking punted into next Wednesday. I'm not saying that, but she 100% had that coming. She said something or did something, like she had it coming for sure. And we ended up getting him, so like all's well that ends well. I hooked up with a law-abiding Han woman. Yeah. I met Ray Rice IRL. He's a very nice guy. I loved Ray Rice in college at Rutgers. I was a big fan of him. And then NFL, I was a huge fan. I've always liked the really short, shifty running backs that can go out into the flat and catch some passes, or can just run in between the tackles because they're so fucking tiny that they're hard to keep track of. Like, one of my favorite, I love Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles was so fucking cool. I know, Bubby. Larry, I know you retard. I know you're retarded. Darren Sproles, Ray Rice. There's someone I'm missing. There was another like 5'6" guy that was fucking awesome. But I love those little dudes, dude. Those Eckler right now. We have him for the Chargers right now. Austin Eckler, fucking awesome. Like if I was an NFL GM, I would be specifically looking for guys like that in like the third, fourth-ish round. Because it's such an advantage to be 5'7" in the NFL as a running back. Like, it is such an advantage. But there aren't a whole lot of running backs that size. Usually they're like 5'9", 5'10". But I think you want to be smaller. Like, the smaller you are, the better it is for that position, I think. Darling, this is haram. Rip Japan. Dude, thank God. I'm sure you guys are probably rooting for Japan. But I picked Croatia, and I picked under 2.5 goals scored in regulation time, and I picked Brazil, and I picked over 2.5 scored. So I'm perfect today. Tomorrow is the iffy one, though, because I picked Morocco over Spain, I just have a strange feeling that there's gonna be one upset in this round of 16, right? And there hasn't been one yet. And I just kept thinking, I was like, it's gonna be like Spain is the one everyone's thinking, oh, they look so fucking good. Like one of these teams that look really good is gonna get eliminated first. I feel like it's Spain. I forgot who Portugal's playing tomorrow, but I have Morocco under tomorrow, and I have Spain over, or not Spain. I have Portugal over, but I don't remember who the fuck they're playing. Not Uruguay. No, Uruguay didn't make it. I genuinely don't remember who they're playing. Where's Cheddar? I don't know, but yeah, I could use a cheddar head dono right now for sure. I have like $7 in the bank account. Oh, Loquacious, I gotta show you. I showed this before, but so I was out getting weed today. I was so thankful. $20, dude. $20 for an eighth. I don't know what prices are in the UK, but I've never in my life bought an eighth of weed. Smells like it's good. The last shit was good. I've never in my life bought weed for $20 an eighth ever, unless it was like soup, like a massive amount, you know, and it came out to $20 or under an eighth. But I've never just bought a straight eighth for anything less than $30, and that was this guy last time. And this was $20. So that was so good because I was like, because I had to pay rent today, and like I only had $60 remaining, and 35 of that had to go for Larry's food. So I was like, fuck, I only have $25. How am I gonna get an eighth of weed? I was like freaking out. Like I was thinking, I'm gonna have to fucking quit weed for a while, but I really didn't want to. And then I look, it's fucking $20. I had to drive into downtown, but fucking, so what? And the guy's really cool too. He is a cool Cleveland, I'm not gonna say the word, but I've already said it a few times to stream. So, but he is a cool Cleveland, yes. Knuckle. We'll say knuckle. Can I say knuckle? Can I say that? Or is that too racist? I don't know. Is that racist for me to say knuckle? But he's cool though. He's fucking cool. $20 an eighth. Like if I wanted to buy bulk of that, it should be so fucking cheap. But yeah, so I was so thankful because I have like 2 bowls left of my last batch, and so today would have been my last day. I'm like, oh god, fucking splitting hairs. Maybe I could have just smoked 1 bowl a day, 1 more tomorrow, but I like smoking 2. I like smoking at 7 and then again like at 10ish. And then when I'm coming down off the 10 p.m. high around midnight, I'm like super sleepy and I just fall asleep like a fucking baby and it's perfect. But yeah, it was fucking awesome, dude. So like I was able to, like weed is such a priority. Like I'm not going to prioritize weed over Larry's food, but I will prioritize weed over my food. You know what I mean? So I was just super thankful that I was able to do it for like the cheapest ever. Yeah, but for me, it'll be cold, so I'll try and catch the flu. Dude, you don't get sick, musical. You don't get sick from the cold. If you got sick from the cold, I'd be sick all the time, but I haven't been sick in 6 years, dude. So that's a fucking myth. That's a fucking myth, lad. You get sick because of lack of vitamin D. You need way, way more than they tell you need. You need 1,000 to 2,000 IUs per 50 pounds of body weight every single fucking day. So I take 4,000 to 5,000 IUs almost every single day. And if you're not doing that, you're gonna get sick. And cold exposure. Like if you expose yourself to the cold enough, like your body, like it contracts when it's in the cold and then expands, and it's like all the fucking toxins and all the fucking bullshit in your system, all the inflammation is like it's just gone. So that combination. If you just do those 2 things, I swear to you and Thumbnail would never get sick ever again. Like ever. I haven't been sick since I started doing this shit. Look, I think Chad spunked himself out earlier. He must be knackered. Yeah, he's probably like fucking like base deep in some prosy right now. My friend did some sort of blood pact, and he put it in a book with strange symbols. Your friend is a practitioner of the dark arts, Loquacious, and stay the fuck away from him. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't fuck with the dark arts. Like, just don't. Like, it ruined my mom's life forever just because it was like on a willy-nilly fucking on a whim. She wanted to be part of a group and be cool. And literally 50 years later, her life is still massively affected, as is mine, as is my sister's, because of one dumb fucking stupid decision she made 50 years ago. Don't fuck with the dark arts, dude. Don't fuck it. I mean, you can, but I don't recommend it, man. I don't recommend it. He tried to eat 101 chicken wings. Yes, of course. King Leopold II did nothing wrong. Dude, I'm not a history guy. I don't know much about history, but I'm gonna take your word for it, Loquacious. Thank you. Thank you for the link, Loquacious. We need to talk about Red Pill MMA, Osam Bin Guru. Okay, let's talk about him, dude. Oh, dude, I'm kind of far behind. But yeah, let's talk about him, Guru. Guru, musical. If you're still here. God, please stay. Okay, we're good. I don't really know what to talk about him because I don't watch his videos, and I've watched like 2 of his videos, and his voice is incredible. He's got like the best speaking voice for a YouTuber like ever. But he's genuinely just retarded. Like there's nothing remotely intelligent about him, and the fact that he fancies himself as an intelligent guy, it puts me off to the entire thing, man. And the fact that he joined our Discord for like 2 minutes and left. Like, that's what a soy piece of shit, dude. Like, come on, dude. Like, there wasn't even chimp shit at the time. When I joined, every single fucking thing was flooded with chimp shit. And I didn't leave, even though I was like, I might have joined a white supremacist group accidentally. Like, that wasn't the plan. It definitely wasn't the plan when I joined this shit. But I thought, okay, I will give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what I did. You know, maybe it's just the way it is now. And that's the way it was. Like if I were to jump to conclusions, then I'm still not the type of person that would leave something like that. But I also probably wouldn't be active in something like that either. But I was like, okay, let's just see where this goes. You know what I mean? But the fact that he left like 3 minutes in, I think it's because he read someone talking shit about him in Discord too. There was a few people that were talking shit. I remember at the time when we were trying to get him in. I don't remember who it was. But I remember thinking he might see that and he might not like that. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But dude, if you're an online personality, like if you put yourself out there, you have to know you're going to get shit on. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Who fucking cares? Only France stands a chance against Brazil. Wrong, Guts. Wrong. Brazil is, I forgot the bracket, but I believe Argentina is going to face Brazil in the semis. And Argentina is going to fucking whoop them, lad. Not that I think Argentina's better. I just think the storyline, the shit, they're gonna want Argentina in the finals. As you know, it's like Messi's last chance in the finals. Like you're gonna fucking like. I just have a really, really hard time believing Argentina's gonna get knocked out before the finals. Holland versus Argentina will be a lovely matchup. I remember watching that matchup for like 150 minutes in 2014 when in shootouts. I vaguely remember it. I know I watched it because I didn't watch the 2018 World Cup. I don't know what I was doing, but I know I wasn't watching it. I was here. But yeah, I literally watched none of it. But 2014, I watched a lot of it. I don't remember that match. The only match I remember was Ghana, United States, and I'm still fucking pissed off about that shit. Ghana ruined Landon Donovan's chance at fucking glory, dude. Show us the nugs. I just showed you the nugs, but I'll show you the nugs again, MMA Joey. I'll show you the fucking nugs, lad. The fucking nugs. Yeah. In a vacuum seal shit too, so it's like it's all fucking legit and everything, like medical grade quality for sure. And yeah, dude, I've never come across a deal like that. $20 an eighth. Has anyone in chat, have you ever bought an eighth? Just a flat eighth for $20 or 20 pounds, 20 quid, whatever the fuck you call 20 toonies, loonies and toonies, you fucking Canadian bastards and shit. Like a good price for an eighth would be 30. Yeah, dude, yeah, like exactly. Like I paid 30 for an eighth last time and I was fucking stoked because usually an eighth is like 35, 40. Like generally speaking, it's like 30, like 35 is like the standard. And if you're getting like really, really good shit, maybe 40. So that's what I'm used to playing. It's pretty good, especially for only 20. Yeah, dude, and I'm telling you the shit's good. I haven't smoked this specific shit, but the reason why it was 20, he said He said they got a new supplier and they got a whole bunch of new shit and they just want to get rid of this older shit. But the stuff that he gave me, I forgot what it's called. I ordered something called white runts, which is a hybrid. I had two options. I had $20 an eighth for white runts and $25 an eighth for turtle shell or turtle something. Both were hybrids. And so I went the white runts because like fucking $20. Anyways, and he gave me the turtle shell just because he's nice. So it's a $25 an eighth, and it's cheaper than what it is normally. So that's probably like $35 an eighth normally. That's probably it's very likely better than the shit I was smoking, which was a $30 an eighth. If not, it's like the same type of potency. And that I was very, very happy with that shit. That was, like I said, that was some of the best shit I've smoked all year. Not the best, but it's up there. Anyway, Joey, they're not chicken nugs. Yeah, that's a solid deal, man, and it looks stinky. Dude, yeah, real fucking stinky. I made sure to bring this thing in because even though it's vacuum sealed and that shit, the second he got in the car, like it fucking, like the fumes just completely fucking engulfed the car. And there was literally a cop 80 feet away from us. I was so fucking sketched out because there was a cop right there, and I saw so many fucking cops driving today. I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but I noticed this pretty much everywhere in America that the cops they're either all out or they're not out at all. And here, I probably drove maybe like 35 miles today or something like that, and no joke, I saw like 7 cops, legitimately 7 cops, including that one that was just fucking right there, right where we're gonna meet. But all's well that ends well. Nothing happened. I get my HQs for 25. Oh, dude, that's nice. That's real nice. Is that like a legitimate good deal in Wales, or is that standard in Wales? Loquacious. It looks pungent, very pungent. I love the smell of some big stinky nugs. Oh my god, there's nothing fucking better than the smell of good weed, right? Like even before some people hate the smell of weed, but before I smoked weed and I'd smell it, I'd be like, oh my god, it's like the best fucking smell ever. What the fuck is that? Then I realized it was weed. I was like, okay, maybe I should be consuming some of that. Did I go to East End? I did not. No, I was in Ohio City, which is a neighborhood in the west. It's the near west side. So I was basically like a mile away from downtown, but on the west side. So still a whole bunch of black people around. It's Cleveland. Bunch of like the closer and closer you get to the east side, the more black people are gonna be. But it's still the west side, so it's still relatively safe. Shit happens in Cleveland all the fucking time. It's one of the most dangerous cities in the nation. I think it's top 10 in terms of crime, like violent crime. And like when you're driving, like just the way it looks, you can tell you're like, okay, so shit might go down at any time. But the west side it's relatively safe. You know, like I haven't had any issues. I've lived here 5.5 years. Haven't had any issues whatsoever. But at the same time, I generally don't go there. Like maybe a dozen times a year maximum, I'll actually head into town like that. So like I'm not really in Cleveland proper that much, like in the center of the city. Like if I go, I'm usually on the outskirts. But thoughts on Survivor Man, aka Les Stroud? I don't know who. I don't know who that is. Do I rip gravity bong indoors, dude? Yeah, I'm not gonna do it out. Yeah, I live in an apartment, man. Like I'm not gonna go outside and smoke weed if I can just smoke weed in here. That's like that's the nice thing about having your own place. You can fucking do whatever you want in it. Yeah, I'm not doing that outdoors. I want a Gravo again. I need to buy a bolt, dude. It's a socket at Home Depot or whatever home improvement store. Yeah, a socket will cost you like 80 cents. The most it'd be like $2, and then all you need is a water bottle and a bucket. So it's literally like a $3 thing, and then a lighter, which you already have, I'm sure, and you jerry rig it. It's so fucking. I mean, I can show you. I mean, you can fucking know. You know what it is. Like you take a lighter, to the middle part, and then you make it like a small hole, like just big enough so it can barely fit, and you squeeze it in there so it's airtight. And yeah, I think this cost me like, it was less than $2, I remember, at Lowe's right across the street. For that, and then I have a whole bunch of water bottles fucking all the time anyways, because I only drink water. So I replace the actual bottle very frequently, just because I have the bottles I go through almost every day anyways. And then the bucket I got at Dollar Tree for $1. So it costs, yeah, you can't even consider the water as part of the costing because this shit I had anyways. So it's a bucket and this. So it's like less than $3, and I still stand by it's the best way to fucking smoke weed. I've been doing it since the age of 18. The first gravity I took, I was so fucking baked. I was at someone's house. It was a friend of a friend's, and I ended up staying the night there because I was so fucking baked. I literally couldn't do anything. And after that, I was like, dude, this is the shit. This is what I'm gonna fucking live the rest of my life doing. Fucking gravities. Yes. How much do you think Arnie's sperm could bench? Probably like 300 at least. Tell your dark arts story. Have you ever dabbled with dark arts? No, I haven't personally. But I have, so I haven't. My mom, like, it would, if I were to tell this story, it's like a 30-minute story. And I'm already fucking so far behind in chat, so I'm gonna skip it for now. But if I catch up with chat, and then, well, I'm not gonna have much time left anyway. Shit. Yeah, I have like 30 minutes left. So if I catch up with chat, then I will tell it. If not, I'll save it for another day, MMA Joey. But it's not my story; it's my mom's story. But it is my story too, because it's affected my life every single fucking day since I was born. But it's not what I did; it's what my mom did. Red Pill MMA made a vid roasting Natan Levy for having an opinion on Kanye's comments. Okay, well, he would have an opinion on Kanye's comments, but Kanye is, you have to understand, Kanye is just paid opposition. You know, like he might not feel like he isn't, but I swear to you, he fucking is. It's a distraction. Don't listen to a goddamn word Kanye's saying. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that guy. He's a billionaire. You don't get to be the first black billionaire in America or ever without selling out. And he said it himself. There's many videos of him saying that he sacrificed his mom to get fame and shit. Like, he's one of them. And once you're one of them, you can't undo that. As far as I know, the only way out is death. And even then, you're probably in there for like a massive amount of reincarnation cycles. That probably is like the nail in the coffin, making sure like that you're just going to come back, feeding the system with your energy. So fuck Kanye. I don't give a fuck about him. I genuinely don't care. Some of the shit he's saying might be correct, but it doesn't matter. Like, there's a reason why he's saying it. Japan would have beat Brazil? No, dude. No. I watch, like I was out fucking getting weed and Larry's food and shit while I was going. So I had that game on like in bits and pieces, and Brazil looked like they were just 10 levels above Korea. I don't think Japan would have fucking done shit, and I'm pretty sure you're trolling when you say that. The ethics of the Discord is to take the piss out of each other. Yes. To take it literally is to adopt a spastic for life. To take it I know. If you're talking about Red Pill MMA, yeah. I'm gonna send poop pics to Michael Chandler and see if he's adopt. The good chance. Send it to his wife first, and she will want to adopt, and then he will agree to it. MMA Joey. How much would Chito Vera's daughter sell for at an Ecuadorian black market? At least 3 pesos, 3 Ecuadorian pesos. Would there be a discount for defective goods? 2.5 Ecuadorian pesos. Have you ever had Thai stick? Thai stick? I don't know what a Thai stick is. I don't know. Have you ever had Thai stick? I don't think so. I just get a quarter for 20, but that's because it's legal. Wait, what? Legal? I mean, weed was legal in Seattle when I lived there. Like, shit was never $20 a fucking quarter. That's insane. Um, but I bought 2 ounces once, 20 quid an ounce. What? Are you? Does that like the worst weed like in the history of weed? Like that had to have been like shit you'd like maybe like bake shit with and like not smoke. I've literally never heard like how is the person selling that to you making a profit if it's $40 for 2 ounces? It's got to be the shittiest shit ever. Um, I love hash. See, I like concentrates and hash and shit, loquacious, but it makes me too retarded. And I find I do love hash, but if I smoke too much of it, it makes me not enjoy flower anymore. It makes it renders flower fucking irrelevant, and I like flower way more. Um, and I find that if you smoke hash at night, in the morning, like you're gonna have a hash hangover. You know, you're gonna still be a little bit groggy. But with weed, but with regular flower and shit, like you can smoke at night, and in the morning you're sober and you're fine. So that's why I don't fuck with that shit anymore. The black market always cheaper than any dispensary. Yes, very true. Especially when it's the black market, like I got to. MMA Joey depends. Not really for small amounts though. I never could get quarters when it was illegal as cheap as I can now. Dude, Canada's fucking crazy that like because yeah, weed being legal in Seattle when I lived there. Like because when I first moved there, it was technically legal, but the recreational stores haven't they just started popping up and they hadn't gained traction yet. So when I first moved there, I was getting it illegally, and then as time went on, more and more stores started popping up, and I started getting it legally. And legally was definitely more expensive than illegally, for sure. At least in America, but there's probably like taxes and shit. Cops don't care if you buy weed. In Cuyahoga County, they made weed like the lowest crime possible. So like hypothetically, if a cop sees you buying weed or smoking weed or whatever, and he's writing you a ticket, and then he sees someone jaywalking, legally, allegedly, he's supposed to go to that person and drop what he's doing. Like you're like the lowest level criminal, but you are still a criminal. But that's Cuyahoga County, but still individual cities nix that. Like I live in Strongsville, and which is southwest Cuyahoga County. And even though Cuyahoga County, it's basically legal, Strongsville said, no, fuck that shit. It's still illegal here. So if I got caught with it here where I live, it would be an issue. But if I drove a few miles up to the Cleveland border, then it wouldn't. And I don't know what the surrounding areas. I don't know if it's the same in Berea and Middleburg Heights, which are literally less than a mile away from me, north and the northwest. I don't know what the legality is in those cities because it's based on city, but the entire county is basically legal now, but not completely. If you walk around in a residential suburb, will they stop you in USA? If you no, what do you mean? If you walk around in a residential suburb, you mean walk around with weed, or do you just walk like? You can walk around in suburbs. Mason jar is best for the smell. Agreed. I do have a mason jar somewhere, and I have a whole bunch of fucking mason jars for when I was making my shrooms and shit. I literally have like over 100 small mason jars, half-ounce mason jars for that shit. The police just for walking around. Okay, I'm weird when I'm walking around Brighton. I smell a spliff. I fucking hate it so much, but I love the smell of a dirty, sticky, stanky bud. Yeah, like when you're not high and you smell weed, it's like, for me anyways, it's like, fuck, I just want to fucking smoke a bunch of weed. That was the hardest thing about me trying to quit weed earlier this year. It's like February. Was that once it's out of your system, your nose just becomes so fucking attuned to it. And my neighbors below me, they smoke weed sometimes, and sometimes the smell comes up. And I swear to God, it's like every day I could just smell it so strongly. Yeah, and I hated it because I loved it so much. You know, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to fucking smell this shit. It's too good. But even in urban hoods, they don't do that. They don't want to work unless they have to. Like they sit around yes. Talk about cops. Yes, like the cop today that was like he wasn't in eyesight of me. I was right around the corner, but he was like 80 feet away, very, very close. But I was thinking, I was like, he's not really fucking doing his job. All he's doing is sitting. He's just sitting in a fucking spot, seeing if anyone's speeding. You know, it's just a speed trap. So like, it did add a bunch of the anxiety, but in the back of my mind, it was like, it's gonna be fine. You know, like they don't really fucking care. Are your police fat? Yes. Oh my God. In California, not so much, but in Cleveland, holy shit. There's so many fat policemen here. Holy shit. Hell yeah. Yes. But there's a lot of fat people in general here. I use water bottle and water bottle. Oh, for gravity? No, use the big one. Hey, hold on. Hey, buddy. I'm sorry, little guy. Get the gallon bottle. Get a bucket and get the gallon ones. The bigger, the better. So I like the gallons. You can't really get anything bigger than this. But the bigger it is, the more smoke you can get in there. It's really that simple. And the bigger hit you can get. Always go big. Don't go water bottle. Go giant gallon bucket. It's definitely worth it. And it saves you a lot of money in the long run, I feel like. Now the ones in Baltimore are kind of jacked. Are they really? 1.5 liter and 2 liter. Yeah, definitely go gallon. Go the 3.78 liter, man. Like it makes you won't think it makes a big difference. It actually does make a really big fucking difference. Because when I first started doing gravities, I actually would do reverse gravities. I wouldn't do regular gravities. I would do reverse gravities, which is basically you take a water bottle like this, and like you do the bowl on top like normal, but instead of cutting off the bottom and putting it in something, what you do is like you make a hole at the bottom, like you use a lighter or a pen or something. You make a hole at the bottom, and what you do, you cover the hole, open this, put it in the sink, fill it up complete with water, put it back on, and when you light it, you let it go, and then the smoke drops down as the water is going down. That's called a reverse gravity, and I used to do those a lot with like this size and even smaller water bottles. And then I started doing regular gravities with bigger ones, and it's such a massive difference with the bigger ones. So always go bigger. Always go bigger. For most of my life. Baltimore. Baltimore is Baltimore is home of heroin. I know that much, right? MMA Joey. What's up, Toasty? How's it going, buddy? How's it going, man? Okay, tomorrow, dark art story. Yes, just got off work. Massive overtime today. Nice, dude. Damn, I want to hear it now. Jeez, I want to hear it now. I think I already know it. I've told it before. I haven't gone super into detail with it, or maybe I have. But yeah, like I've had to deal with a lot of fucking bullshit because of a dumb decision my mom made when she was 20 years old. Thoughts on the Belt and Road Initiative? I don't know what that is. I genuinely don't know what that is. Sounds like a UK thing. Hot takes on reincarnation. Hot takes on reincarnation. Believes in. Yes, I'm pretty sure Toast is just a fucking troll. But so reincarnation. Okay, reincarnation I believe is a trap. It's 100% real, but I think I would say like 85% of people, at least, maybe 90, maybe more, and not just people, all life forms. I feel like they don't do enough self-reflection. They don't do enough meditation. They don't do enough like just reflection in general, enough to build enough energy, enough soul to like keep part of themselves. Does that make sense? So I feel like the energy when you die, if any of you guys played Final Fantasy VII, it's like that. Most people, most things when they die, their life force, their life stream, whatever, their spirit, their soul, it just goes back into the planet and gets recycled as something else. And part of it, you probably get dispersed over a bunch of things. Like part of you becomes a tree, part of you becomes a bird, part of you becomes who knows what. But if you do a lot of like spiritual shit, a lot of like reflection and meditation and like the real shit, and do like a lot of work, and you're dedicated, and that's like your life, like your main life's purpose is that, you can keep some of your soul, you can keep some of what you've built here for like the next life. And I believe if you go beyond that, like if you're really, really fucking dedicated and you really like see the truth of everything, you can go beyond reincarnation in the sense that like you're not going to be reincarnated back on Earth. You're going to be able to like slip out of the energy system, whatever that's keeping us fucking vibrationally in this fucking plane. You can slip out of it and go fucking somewhere else. And for me, that's like the entire fucking goal, because I'm so fucking sick of Earth. Like, not necessarily in this lifetime, but I've got such a fucking weird old soul, and I can feel it. Like, I'm so like, things don't really excite me like they excite other people. For me, like genuinely, like the most exciting shit is just like a breakthrough in meditation. Like that beats fucking almost anything for me. And just because I just want to get the fuck out of here. Like I just know that I'm trapped here. Like I'm aware of it, and I know that the grips are loose. Like I'm escaping, and it doesn't want me to escape, but I'm gonna fucking escape, dude. I know in my last life I almost did, and I got there's a lot of fail safes, and there's a lot of things that to keep you down, to keep you in here. And the reasons why, I have a whole bunch of theories on it. I don't know for sure, whole bunch of theories. But if you look up the Gnostics and what they believe, I think the truth is very, very close to that. There's a reason why Gnosticism died out a few thousand years ago. But they were right about a whole bunch of shit, man. Sniff gets Thai stick every day. What the fuck is Thai stick, man? About a QP for 150. Cheese. Wait, what? A quarter pound. Oh, a quarter pound. Okay. Yeah, but that's bulk. That's bulk toast. Like I was talking about little amounts. Yeah, if you buy in bulk, you can get a crazy good deal. But normally, when you're buying just an eighth, like typically it's like 35 and up, in my experience, in California, in Washington, and in Ohio. But I got this for 20. Someone should do the look at me, I'm the captain now, and then how Cheeto's daughter looking left and right. Yeah, I don't get brain fog. My body is too used to it. No, the thing is, you just don't realize you do. Because I used to think the same thing, Loquacious. But it's the same thing with people who drink alcohol and they say, "Oh, I feel fine the next day." It's like, no, you think you feel fine because you haven't given yourself the time it takes needed to fully recover, and you just think you're recovered. But I would disagree with that. Maybe your body processes it really fast. It's possible. But I feel like most of the time when it comes to stuff like that, people just think they're 100% sober when they're actually not, just because they haven't been 100% sober in a really long time. My phone is dying, but I'll be leaving soon anyway, so I think it's okay. Please stop saying that country name. It sounds like Kyla. Okay, sorry, Omar. I'm sorry. When I think of Shedderhead, I think of 300-pound Benil Dariush. Yeah. You grow your own shrooms. I want to try it, but I feel like I'd mess up. I used to. MMA, I used to. I can't do it now because what happens, once you get trichoderma, which is the green mold that grows on it, once that goes into like one batch, your entire place is trichoderma. And I would have to scrub all the furniture, all the walls, do all the fucking laundry in my shit, and there would still be a high probability that the spores are still in the apartment. Because I got trichoderma. I waited like 6 months before trying another batch. I tried another small batch, triked out immediately. And I tried another small batch, triked out immediately. So it's really, really easy. Actually, growing your own shrooms, it's not that hard at all. Like, if you want to message me in the Discord, I can fucking show you how I did it. It's a decent amount of work, like grunt work, but it's very easy until you get trichoderma. And then the second you get trichoderma, you're fucked. So yeah, if you want it, like it's totally worth it, man. Like the first time you do it, you probably won't get triked out. So it's like I still have ounces and ounces of shrooms that like I haven't touched in so long, just 'cause I have like nothing to do with them. Like I'm kind of just over it. I haven't done it, I think, since September, I want to say. And I really don't have a desire to. I was going to do it like maybe a month ago, and then I just didn't. Maybe I will, like, I don't know. Like there's better drugs than shrooms, I found, but I found that those drugs after I started growing shrooms. I just make DMT, and that's an easy 3-4 step process. Okay, MMA Joey, teach me how to make DMT. I'll teach you how to grow shrooms, and we'll call it even. Um, Gravity bongs are legit disgusting. It's a water. How is it disgusting, Toast? That makes no fucking sense. How is it disgusting? Regular bongs are way more disgusting than gravity bongs. Way more. Because a regular bong, you're filtering the smoke through the tiny amount of water. So just one fucking bowl and your water smells like fucking ass, you know? Gravity bongs don't do that. So I couldn't disagree anymore. Christ, you rip Geebs out of a gallon jug? Yeah, dude. That's what I've been doing almost every day for like 15 years. Don't go bigger than your lung capacity because you're just wasting weed then. But I have a crazy lung capacity. I was swimming my entire life pretty much. And every summer I still go swimming, and I can go underwater. It's not a very big pool. It's not like Olympic size or anything. It's pretty small, but I can still swim underwater there, back, and there on one breath, which is pretty fucking like, I don't know how far that is, but with the turns, it feels like I'm going pretty fucking far. And most people can't even go underwater just one length. I can do 3. So I have crazy lung power, for sure. Gravity bongs while peaking. Hell yeah. I only done a gravity bong once when I was in Germany, and I legit hallucinated. Never been that stoned in my life. Yeah, dude, the first time I did it, I was like one of the highest I've ever been. They're the best, dude. They're the fucking best. They're the cheapest. They're the best, and they milk everything the best. You know, if you do it right. I think gravity bongs get you extra high from inhaling plastic and metal particles. Maybe I disagree. I'm going to disagree there because the plastic isn't getting hot really unless you're doing multiple bowls at a time, which I don't. I used to, like back in the day when I would smoke multiple gravities at a time, when I was like a legit stoner, I would agree with that statement. The way I do it now, just one bowl at a time, I disagree. But when it comes to getting high off things that are not weed, if you guys have ever tried hemp wick, I tried it like years and years ago. I tried hemp wick and I hated it. I fucking hated hemp wick because I realized the lighter fluid from weed adds another level to the high. Even though it's fucking terrible for your brain cells, obviously, you get so much higher using a lighter versus using hemp wick that I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not using hemp wick. So yeah, you do get high off of things other than weed when you're smoking weed. Use a glass bowl, Joe. Yes. UK wishes it had belt and I don't know what the fuck that is. Soda can pipes. That was like when I was like 16 or so. It smashes a soda can, horizontally, and then make little holes in the shit, and then have a little carb. And yeah, I think that was the first time I ever got high. Okay, I'm gonna have to go very, 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 very soon, and I'm so far behind. So I'm gonna go as fast as I can. I'm gonna read these things, but yeah, I'll be reincarnated as a cockroach, probably. The aluminum adds the best taste. Exactly. Ever heard of Rocco's basilisk? I have not. No idea what that is. Piano pipes are for emergencies. Pipes in general are for emergencies. I am very anti-pipe. Pipes suck. They're good on the go, but like, nah. They waste so much weed. Six wants to be in space with Larry. Fuck yeah, dude. It sounds equally woo-woo and wholesome at the same time. What does? Rocco's basilisk gives me the heebie-jeebies. We lose 21 grams of weight the exact moment the body dies. I've heard that musical, but I've also heard that's a myth. So I don't know. I don't know if our spirit actually has a set weight to it. And if it does, hypothetically, if it does, guarantee you my spirit is heavier than your spirit. Guaranteed. Fucking because I accumulate more of it every single fucking day. It's literally like the best habit I have other than jumping in the lake. And I imagine that depending on how spiritual you are, it wouldn't be 21, like it would be a different amount of weight depending on how much spirit you've absorbed. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm skeptical of that. Maybe on average 21 grams and most people 21 grams. But if that's true, I'm way over 21 grams. Um, that's my theory. I have no idea. I'm spitballing. Thai stick is like this dark purple twigs with essentially weed mud stuck to it and is full of seeds. Still gets you high though. That sounds fucking Mexican as shit, dude. It sounds like a Mexican stick to me. I prefer smoking weed so I don't get dreams. Yeah, weed keeps the dreams away. Um, but not always. I still dream. I definitely still dream. Speaking of alcohol, buying a bottle of that hen dog right now. Have fun, Toasty. Have fun. Have a drink on me, Toasty. You earned it today. Yeah, making you just aging yourself and making yourself feel like shit. I guess you earned it. I would say you earned a bowl more than you earned a fucking drink, but I know you can't smoke, so I looked up Gnosticism and I still don't know what it is. Okay, I'll have to do some digging and stuff, but there's some text, there's some things I've looked up online that involving Gnosticism I thought were really interesting. MMA Joey, true, good job. I can never fully remember it. As well, God, I'm killing the half bottle tonight. Dude, just don't. Six, would you do a heroic dose for the stream one day? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. No, 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 no. When I'm high, like the last thing I want to do is entertain anyone. I like being alone or with Larry. I don't want to like hell no, fucking hell no. The most I'd ever do on stream is like a gram, and even then, I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Problem with making don't is the smell of essentially slow boiling pure paraffin. Okay. Um, I know there's some typos in there. I don't smoke ash water. I change the water okay, toast. I change my gravity water every single day because that's where Larry drinks his fucking water. He's too stupid to drink out of his own thing. So, um, yeah, like I change the water every day, even though I don't need to. I still do. Um, Toast, don't get too soggy, bro. Six, we should do an under a whole. Oh, dude, I will. I 100% accept that challenge musical, and I will. I don't know. You're a singer, so you probably have some good lungs too, but you're also a smoker, so I'm pretty sure I'd smoke the shit out of you. Thoughts on the state of Guru? It's bad, dude. It's fucking bad. His streams have been so low. Lowest T streams ever. Last Thursday's stream was pretty good, but other than that, last Friday's was dog shit. Last Wednesday's was dog shit. It's been so fucking bad, man. Yeah, pipes are calm. Exactly, pipes are calm, man. When I get high, I want to get high, dude. I'm not looking here to get like a little bit high. And it's the same thing when I drink too. I'm not looking to get a little bit like if I'm doing a drug, I'm looking to get fucked up. If I'm doing ketamine, I'm not doing a threshold level. I'm not doing a medium level. Fuck that shit. I'm going down a fucking K-hole. You know what I mean? I will always be full send when it comes to drugs. That's just the way I am. I feel like if you don't go big, what's the fucking point of doing it at all? Um, you can leave it burning like incense. Are you talking about Thai stick? What's up, Lisa Riley? I gotta go like right now, but what's up, Lisa Riley? Um, musical. I think Lisa, you might be able to get musical to stray away from Thumbnail Queen. He seems to be into you. How do I get in the Discord? I'll send my TikToks. Yeah, show us your vagina spread wide open. We want to see. We want to see like detailed fucking. We want to see like the pixels of smegma inside your kunt, inside your roasty dirty kunt. Yeah. And on that fucking note, on that note, I gotta go. Thank you guys for joining the stream. Thank you, Musical. Thank you, Loquacious. Thank you, Lisa Riley. Thank you, Toasty. Thank you, MMA Joey. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Washington. Thank you, Leonte Dilder. Thank you, Omar Cuckles. We need to measure the gape. Yes, the gape has to be at least like this, but preferably like that. And I think that's it. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all. You can post a link if you want, but I'm pretty sure Lisa Riley Um, STD. Yes, we know you have STDs, Lisa Riley. Stop saying that because that's why no one will fuck you. If you just stop saying it, people will start fucking you again. The stinkier, the better. Yes. You know when you spread them as wide as possible, there's the black hole. I can't pee anymore. Heart's too bad. Oh, I have a pee pee story. I'll save that for the next stream, but I have a really funny pee pee story involving the lake. I didn't think this was possible. Fuck, I'll say it right now. As I was peeing, this was not yesterday, but 3 days ago. Uh, my dick was so cold. My dick was so fucking cold. Like I came home from the lake plunge. I peed, and as I peed, I felt like a strange, like insane burning, like it hurt, like a really weird burning I've never felt before. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then once the pee's done, I looked. There was a tiny, tiny little pee ice cube on like the bottom of my pee hole. And my pee literally froze as it was coming out my dick hole because my penis was so cold. That's never happened to me fucking ever. Ever. And I was only in there 5 minutes. I wasn't even in there like it wasn't even a record or anything. But I think the water was just so fucking cold that fucking happened. And that was a crazy thing. I have UTI, I need cranberry juice. Dude, I used to get UTIs all the time when I was homeless. Those actually, if you don't take care of UTIs, they become an issue. A boy spiked my drink at the bar. I was wearing a lingerie top. That's syphilis. That's syphilis, yeah. Ouch, that's cold sounding. Dude, my pee tip hurt like for like a day afterwards. Like it literally froze over. Was the ice cube a pee grabber? It literally was grabbing my pee and turning it into an ice cube. So it literally was like I don't think there was an ice cube on my dick before that happened. It's possible. I don't know. I didn't see it, but I think as I was peeing, it created like a tiny little pee ice cube at the bottom of my pee hole. Lisa, did you wake up with a black eye and a swollen cunt? Yeah. Lisa, I can buy your trouble. God, I never want to leave. Like, fuck, I never want to leave chat because you guys are fucking popping now. It's always popping. But I legitimately have to get my fucking bets in. Yeah, I fucking have to. So yeah. With that, thank you guys for tuning in. Drop the TikTok for sure. Toast wants to see it. MMA Joey makes bread from from Lisa's yeast infection. Oh, dude, Lisa's yeast infection makes that shit rise better than any fucking store-bought yeast. Like Lisa's is organic fucking syphilis smegma yeast. It's the fucking best if you want your cake to rise, if you know what I mean. And if you want your fucking wood to rise too. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna see if I can do a fart to match yours. Oh, I did not think that was gonna happen. That was totally not gonna, like, there was nothing there. That was pure will. And yeah, you should be proud of me for that one. So it was, do a grab before we go? No, because I gotta do my, no, I'm not going to right now. I literally, because I want to do my shit and I want to eat, and then I'm going to do a grab. So I'm not going to, but one of these days, you guys see me smoke before. It's really not that interesting. Good for fart from bottom pocket, dude. Yeah, good form. Yeah, like considering that there was nothing in my ass and I just willed there to be something in my ass at that time. Like, oh, it's not coming out. Okay. It's not good. It's not good to push that hard. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Peace out. I will leave this stream up in case you guys want to watch it. I do need the fucking watch hours like crazy. But yeah, thank you so much. Smell description. There was no smell. There was no smell. All I smell is weed. I can smell my weed through here, which is like a vacuum seal thing on top of this thing, and I can still smell it. So I just smell weed, but poo-poo grabber. Yeah, my fart grabbed poo-poo on the way out. MMA Joey keeps mini condiment bottles in his ass for when he eats out. In his ass or just in his stomach fat, you know? Like the crevices in between the rolls of his stomach fat, like he could probably fit like a pound of weed in there if he wanted to, you know what I mean? Mine says like curry and nerds. Have you been eating curry and nerds musical? Nerds are like some of the only candy that I fucking love, and it's like my weakness. Nerds rope and the nerds gummy clusters. I call them cummy clusters, but the nerds cummy clusters, fucking best candy. Dip that in some vanilla yog and mix it up. It's so fucking good, man. It's so fucking good. But anyways, MMA Joey does have a bum clum. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Really fucking have to go. Love you guys. Peace. P grabber.